whitegauges.net. These have been applied. I had to replace the stepper motors, so I needed to pull the needles off and take the whole cluster apart. So lining these up was a whole lot easier. You don't need to take the needles off to put these white face gauges on. It just worked into my project here. These lined up really well. The next phase is to put it back in the car and to zero or calibrate the needles. Okay, back in the car, we're going to plug this in. I saw a really cool tip on one of the Ford forums for calibrating these, and the suggestion was plug in the cluster, the gauges will reset to 0, then put the needles on at the 0 mark, unplug the cluster, plug it back in, and it should be lined up. So we'll see. Needles are just lightly pressed in right now. The cluster is plugged in. I'm going to unplug it and then plug it back in and see if these zero out. Yeah, I just started the car up and the needles seem to be responding pretty well. Tach appears to be about where it should be. I've got a scan gauge that I can put in line, or torque, to really tune that. But my experience with the car and with looking at the readings before, when it's cold, and it's a very cold morning, we're somewhere around 1,000, looks like around 900, and it's dropping down somewhere around 7 when it fully warms up, between 7 and 750. The speedo gauge should be bumped up just a touch. That's about how much gas I've got in here. It'll take a while for the temperature gauge to come up a little bit. That's with the cluster put back in. Next is to put the cover back on. And those white gauges are all in. Looks really good. We're in good shape. I like the way that they look. They kind of pop out. Makes it a lot easier to see the dials. Came together well. Thanks for watching.